Let me read some super chats. Long Meadow, $5. I emailed my conservative MP about the CPC stance on Ukraine. I'm anti-war and diplomacy is the answer. He states the CPC supports the Trudeau government's decision to send tanks, weapons, and provisions. Yeah, it makes no sense. What's the end game there? I keep hearing Western politicians saying we'll be there to the end. We'll be there all the way. To the end of what? What is the end? What is the exit strategy? What's the goal? Regime change in Russia? Can you show me the Zero Hedge headline? Just don't show me the whole story. Just that tweet from Zero Hedge. I think I showed it to you earlier. You know, Russia invaded Ukraine in 2014 under Obama and annexed the Crimea. And then they invaded under Biden and seemed to want to annex other parts. Here's a headline just the other day in February 27th. In Zero Hedge, Zelensky says Ukraine is preparing to attack Crimea. Ukrainian President Vladimir Zelensky said Friday that Ukraine is preparing to launch attacks to recapture Crimea by forming new military units and sending troops to train in other countries. Click on the link when it says said Friday. What link is that? Ukrinform. Zelensky on Crimea's recapture. We are preparing for this. I don't know what Ukrinform. It sounds like, scroll up. And go to the little hamburger, the 3 lines in the top left corner. And is there an about? Who is Ukrinform? Do we know who they are? I'm guessing it's a pro-Ukraine news source. Anyways, is that the end game here? We're going to invade Russia proper. They annexed Ukraine. It's been that way for 9 years. Like it or not, that's just how it is. You're going to retake Ukraine. You're going to invade. Okay, let's play one more clip. It's a clip of Zelensky talking about Western boys and girls coming to fight and die. Like, is this the end game? What's the end game? Here, take a listen to this. Incredible.
And I'm actually very happy that we have bipartisan support, but we keep hearing those messages from time to time, and they're dangerous. There are political leaders that are elected by people, and if this issue is raised, those political leaders need to be responsible and cautious because people are looking at them. Who wants a third world war? Would anyone Would anyone be willing to accept that risk? The U.S. is never going to give up on the NATO member states. If it happens so that Ukraine, due to various opinions and weakening and depleting of assistance, loses, Russia is going to enter Baltic states, NATO member states, and then the U.S. will have to send their sons and daughters exactly the same way as we are sending their sons and daughters to war, and they will have to fight because it's NATO that we're talking about, and they will be dying, God forbid, because it's a horrible thing.
Oh, just that. Hey, guys, got some news for you. By the way, I'm informed that Ukrinform is actually a government media agency there. Is that the position of NATO? Is that the position of Canada, either the Trudeau government or the Poilievre opposition? Is it? Because that sounds crazy to me. And you know who is tweeting every single day for peace? You know who I'm talking about, Olivia. He met with Zelensky, gave him a handshake. He's expressed support for Ukraine. But he does not want World War III over it. And his name is Viktor Orban, and he's the president of Hungary. And every day he's tweeting in English, if this war continues, ever more people will die. If this war continues, hyperinflation, the threat of so he's talking about the economy there. But almost every day he's tweeting in English that he supports a diplomatic solution and peace. Very interesting to me how he's positioning things. Yeah, look at this. Russia attacked. This war is not taking place. at an inconceivable distance from us. So he's against the war, neighboring us, taking its toll on everyone. It is bad for Ukrainians. It is bad for Russians. It's bad for Hungarians. It's bad for Europe. And it is becoming clear that it's bad for the whole world. Yeah, who could possibly disagree with it? Hundreds of thousands of people are dying, and an unimaginable amount of assets is being destroyed. The Hungarian government looks on with grave concern, step by step. Yeah, I mean, I think he's overemphasizing the dollars here, although I suppose that's a real consideration. The human life is obviously more precious than money, but he's not against Ukraine. He's not for Putin. He's just saying, hey, how about we negotiate a settlement here?
That's a clip from something we call Rebel News Daily. It's our daily live stream hosted by my friend David Menzies, but the show also includes a rotating cast of hosts and special guests, including me. It's a great way for us to talk about the news of the day as the news is happening in an unscripted fashion, and it's an awesome way for you to interact with us as well. We stream every weekday, 1 p.m. Eastern, 11 a.m. Mountain, wherever you find Rebel News. See you there.